Hello everybody, welcome to Financial Therapies. It is the first week of January 2021, so I want to say Happy New Year to you and I hope you had a great holidays. It's a new year, so we're all reflecting on our lives and we're planning for the future. I wanted to make this video about how to set your financial goals in a way that could set you up for success. So if you're new to this channel, welcome. Here we talk about financial management, education, wellness, emotional well-being, all to help you achieve true and lasting financial freedom. So if this is your first time here, so please down here below, please subscribe to my channel, hit that button like right now. And once you've done that, also hit the like button to show me that you appreciate this video and you like it, and definitely subscribe. And click the notification button so that you know when I post a new video and you could be one of the first to watch it and to know what's going on. This year I plan on coming on at least once a month to post new content and to share information with you to help you on your journey to financial freedom. And my website is also up and running, so I have blog posts and programs and a lot of free resources there that could also help you to take control of your finances. So let's get started on the steps that you need to take to set your financial goals this year. And really, these steps can be applied to any type of goals, but I'm just focusing on finance now because my channel is about finance. But really, if you follow the same steps for all the goals in your life, then you're really gonna put yourself in a position to be successful at accomplishing your goals. The first step is to know your benchmark, right? Before you know where you're going, you need to know where you are currently. And the other important thing of having a benchmark is that it'll help you to be able to measure your progress and success. Before you get started, when it comes to your finances, spend some time to know exactly where you stand financially. And that is to look into how much money you have coming in, how much money you have going out, and in terms of debt, in terms of expenses, and also what do you own? Like, what are your investments? What are, what is the value of your home or your properties or your business? Whatever that you own, look at the value as a specific date. Look at the money that you have in the bank, how much money you have coming in. Everything together will give you a good snapshot of your financial life. Once you have set your benchmark of where you stand currently, the next step is to start thinking about your goals and creating them. When you're creating goals, it is very important that your goals are SMART. And SMART is an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time specific. And the reason why your goals need to be SMART is because they have to be specific and they have to have elements of them that could help you to understand what you want to do and to help you measure those goals. So you need to know exactly what you want. You need to be able to measure it. How would you know that you've accomplished those goals if it's not measurable? Then you need to figure out a way that you need to figure out a way to achieve those goals. Then you need to make goals that are relevant, that matters to you, and your goals should have a deadline. Let's say your goal is to save money, right? If you just say, I want to save money in this year in 2021, like what does that mean, right? Well, how much money do you want to save? What do you want to save for? When do you want to save it by? So for your goal in that, in this example to be SMART, then you need to think about the amount, you'll need to think about why, and for what, and you'll need to think about like the time frame. Let's do an example right now together so you have a really good idea of how to create your SMART goal. Let's say your goal this year is to save money, right? For it to be SMART, you need to come up with the specific amount of money you want to save. So you'll say, I want to save $10,000 by December 31st, 2021 to fund my emergency plan and to pay down my credit card debt. So we know exactly what you want to do, which is to save $10,000, and we know what you want that $10,000 to go towards. You want it to go towards your emergency fund, and you want it to go towards your credit card debt. And we know that you want to achieve that goal by December 2021. And the achievable part is really based on your plan and how you're going to make that happen. Now your goal is smart, right? Because you know exactly what you want to save. So as you save every month, then you could go against your benchmark and say, okay, I started this month with $1,000 in the bank. Now I have $2,000. So I know I have saved $1,000. And then you start directing that money towards your emergency plan or towards your credit card. So now you have a smart goal, and it's easy for you to know when you have met those goals. Next, you want to prioritize your goals. Because, we have lots of goals in life, right? We want to accomplish so many things, but we cannot do everything at once because we have limited time, resources, energy. So we need to prioritize them and tackle them one by one or a few at a time. So look at your list of goals and figure out, okay, what is urgent? What is that the goal that I really need to focus on now? Or what is going to make the most impact? So based on that, then you prioritize your goals, and you also think about long-term, short-term, and medium-term goals. You may want to accomplish some goals in the next year, in the next 5 years, and 10 years, and you should be, having a good outlook for your life, for the future, not just thinking about the next year or the next couple of months, but really thinking about long-term and the future when you're creating your goals. So now that you have your list of prioritized goals, then you know which ones you want to start working on. And it's time for you to create your plan. This is the biggest part of goal setting, is the planning. Most people just, have a vague goal in mind. Oh, I want to make more money, I want to save. But without a plan, it's just a dream. So if you really want to achieve those goals, then you need to create a plan on how you're going to make this happen. So if we go back to our example of saving $10,000, then you need to think about, okay, how am I going to achieve that goal? Right? How am I going to save that money or make that money? So you'll be looking at your budget, your finances, and where your money's going, and see, okay, based on my current finances, is this something that I could, save based on my income and expenses? Can I tweak my expenses? Can I, sell some stuff? Can I, what can I do? Or maybe you need to make more money because just the way your finances are, there's not enough left over for you to actually save that money. Then you may be thinking about, getting a job, a side hustle, or doing some other things to bring in that income. But the plan is more than, okay, I'm going to get a side hustle. So what are the steps to getting that side hustles? You need to first spend some time researching, what are the different types of side hustles that you could make, if you only have like 2 extra hours a week. So you really have to go step by step. What do you need to do? I think those are, the practices that set people that really achieve their goals separate from those that don't, because you really need to break it down as small as you can so that you have small digestible steps that you can take, and that way it doesn't seem so daunting. I think a very important part of goal setting is to have faith and to believe in the goal that you want to achieve. The mind is so powerful. And if you spend some time visualizing those goals, achieving them, feeling that you already achieved them, and really focusing your energy and your power on the goals that you want to achieve, that is very powerful. Then you're just bringing that into existence. So I would definitely recommend spending some time visualizing. You want to be debt free, then think about being debt free, then think about getting that, email or those, statements in the mail from that credit card company. Think about the money that you have in your checking or savings account or your investment account. Just you believe that it's going to happen, have that desire and feel as if it's already happened. And that's really powerful in helping your goals to come to fruition. The next step in the process is to track your progress. This is why it's important to know your benchmark, to know your starting point when you're setting your goals. It's because you need to be able to know how well you're doing. And it is important to track your progress because it gives you the opportunity to know if your plan is working, if you're on target, or if not, then you know that you need to make some adjustments or to make sure that it's happening in the time frame that you have set for yourself. So it's definitely important to know where you're starting so that you could track what you're doing. The next thing I want to say is to give yourself grace. You are not perfect. No one else is. And things may not work out as you intended. Life happens, unexpected emergencies might come up, or anything could happen. COVID could happen, right? Like no one knew a year ago that in March last year that everything would just like fall apart, but it did. So you have to give yourself grace and be flexible enough so that if things don't work out as you intended or as you planned, then you just go back to the drawing board. That's part of your reviewing process anyways, because when you're setting goals, like you may have to go back to review, to edit, and to regroup, because you just like life isn't predictable. So be prepared for that. And when you hit a bump in the road, then just deal with it, right? Just accept it. Okay, this happened. Yes, it's not ideal. All right, go back, like regroup, go to plan B and get back at it. Just keep going. And that takes us to the next step of being persistent. So no matter what happens, just keep going and fighting for your goals. And lastly, and which is the best part of it, is to celebrate. Celebrate the small steps, the small wins. Don't wait until the very end, until the goal is 100% accomplished for you to celebrate. Every little step of the way is cause for a celebration. You wanted to save $10,000. When you save $500, celebrate. Say, oh my goodness, like I did this. Maybe before you couldn't save 500 because you didn't plan for it, and you may have had a goal to save money, but you didn't have a plan in place, so you did it. So just celebrate it, because most people don't even get started. People just say, oh, I know I need to do better with my money. Oh, I know this is a horrible situation to be in, but they don't actually take the steps to make it happen. So the fact that you even got started is cause for a celebration. So whether you meet your goal 100% or not, it doesn't matter. You could still celebrate, and you're farther along than you would have if you didn't do anything at all. So perhaps next time you may have to do things a little bit differently, and you learn from this process. Everything that you do is a learning opportunity anyway. So perhaps you didn't achieve the goal that you wanted, but you gain a lot in lessons and learn practices. So just take the time to appreciate yourself for putting in the effort and keep going. And please, you can apply these steps to any types of goals, your personal goals, your professional goals, parenting goals, anything. As long as you're making your goals smart, you're thinking about whether it's specific enough, measurable, achievable, relevant. And I forgot to mention that relevant means that your goal aligns with your overall purpose, that this is something that matters to you, because a lot of times we create goals that don't really fit with what we want and how we the life that we want to create for ourselves. So for your goal to be relevant, make sure that it's something that's important to you, that matters to you, and that is going to take you towards your overall purpose. So once you have your SMART goals in place, don't forget to have a step-by-step detailed plan on how you want to accomplish those goals, and celebrate along the way and keep going at it. I really hope you found this video helpful and you could put it into practice. Let me know what your goals are for 2021 in the comment below. Tell me what your plans are and how you're going to make it happen so that I could hold you responsible or accountable for that. And don't forget, if you haven't done so already, do take the time to subscribe below and like the video. Leave me a comment and let me know how you enjoyed this video. And I'm wishing you the very best for 2021. And I pray that all your dreams come true and you can accomplish all of the goals that you have set out for yourself. Okay, have a good one. Bye.